May it be a light for you in dark places when all other lights go out.
Hey guys, it's DCHL Devin here.
DCHL Jake.
And welcome to another video of A Light in the Dark. And today, me and Jake are going to tell you why we disappeared for so long. For about a week.
Yeah. I had car issues. That was a big thing. My car got towed twice.
And I have excuses.
I legitimately want to hide in the trunk of my car and park somewhere illegally just so I can get towed, but get put in there and say they kidnapped me so I can sue them. Is that bad?
Yeah, well, if you guys don't know, America's a sue-happy country. So no, actually around here it's about culturally acceptable as football.
Woo! OOT football, by the way.
So, guys, just to let you know, we've been gone forever right now, mostly because we had to finalize the comp for Nova. For those of you guys attending Nova, you may notice that the comp has kind of changed a lot. Not a lot. I guess it's been tweaked quite a bit.
Yeah.
But basically, the reason why we released it to the public for playtesting, for everything that's going on, like as far as people's thoughts and opinions and feelings on it and everything. And then now we have finally produced a final version.
Woo!
So, for those of you who have already signed up for the event, you have received an email about it. If you didn't, let me know. Otherwise, it is the final comp. Guys, you have no idea how much work goes into these things.
There's just a little bit of work.
Yeah, for tournament organizers already in the OSBGL and the GBHL, you might have a taste of it. It's like writing your tournament, all right, the tournament you always have and everything, but then multiply it by like 7 tournaments.
Yep.
And then you have to schedule it around Nova and all of their tournaments and everything they're doing.
And all the mini events that we have, you have to schedule around that as well.
Yep, and then you have to give overtime, time for breaks, and then you have to give time for like going to the vendors and shopping around. And then, even worse than that, you have to gauge it around school. You have to gauge it around, like, because remember, it starts on Thursday. So like some people are in school, so you have to time certain tournaments for when they get out. Mm-hmm. Then you have like people flying home on Sunday, so it has to end early enough, but yet has to be late enough so that the people with hangovers can attend. I'm not playing.
I voted for no breaks, by the way, so you can thank him for the breaks. Me, I could do this all day.
I actually gave you breaks, guys.
Yeah. If it was me, I'm a slave driver. Nope, keep going. Keep going. No breaks for you.
If we cut the breaks out, we'd have like an insane amount of time.
You'd have a lot of time. I know. It's almost like we don't need breaks.
Yeah,
all we're doing is rolling dice.
However, those of you guys who've been in Nova before, you know how many of us are hungover the day after, how many of us drink and stay up. I mean, GBHL James was up till like 5 in the morning.
But weren't you guys cuddling?
So...
I've seen the video.
If you're wondering what he means by that, watch GBHL James' video. Anyway, so we wanted to kind of go into what it takes to be in the comp, to make this comp. So, I mean, we started off, the thing is, when you make a tournament, just like we're going to start with the GT here, when you make a tournament comp, one thing you have to factor in is when you make these scenarios is what armies break these scenarios based on the comp. So let's actually just start with the restrictions.
Yeah.
Just by making the restrictions one faction, you have automatically destroyed certain armies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean, certain armies some can't even play, like hobbits. They just can't field enough captains. So,
well, I think I kind of put hobbits in the same league with Goblin Town. I mean,
no, because Goblin Town can keep getting captain models, but hobbits literally have a cap. They can only get 72 models.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I learned something new. You can only have so many kids on the playing field.
Exactly. So basically, the thing is, you have to factor that in. So that's why we had the exception list. Also, certain armies just can't function at all. Mordor would just be an auto win if they could just field ring raves and no one else could bring the things that could stop them. So
Sorry, I got distracted. What?
So then after that, you have the actual scenarios themselves. The thing is, I don't even know if you remember, but the scenarios themselves, any minor tweak would make auto wins for certain factions.
Yeah.
Would automatically make it where like some are just too easy to win in a certain way. We actually had a lot of people talk about like different scenarios they were doing. Actually, one OSBGL member was talking about tournament scenarios, and it was just like, oh yeah, if I saw that scenario, I'd just do this and this, and I'd just win. And that's what Jake's known for. That's why I have to give all the scenarios to Jake.
I'm known as the unmaker for a reason. I unmake reality and build it anew.
So we basically finally came up with all of our comp scenarios. All of it is done, thank goodness, and we are finally finished. And then we had to do the doubles. We had to do Middle Earth's Deadliest, which is in a 1,000 point all hero battle.
That's gonna be fun.
Then we had to think of battle companies. If you guys don't know, that's actually something we're still working on. Battle companies is being revised because it has to be done in a tournament format where it can curb a lot of writing, like basically a lot of just
cheating.
No, cheating.
Yes, I just come out and say it. Like the way we had it, it was really easy to cheat. And I know with some of the prizes that are in battle companies that there would be some people that would be like, oh, I got 7 experience in this fight. See, it's on the paper. I got it.
We're making it a lot harder to fudge numbers.
Yep.
There's a lot less tailoring, but also more importantly, though, this is actually my favorite reason about the battle companies. We're making it more narrative driven.
Yes, more
so
themey.
A lot more themey. Guys, you're going to see a whole new take on battle companies. This is actually one of the best versions of battle companies that I've seen for my as far as, and I know we created it, so it's like, all right, you're biased, but I mean. Realistically, we needed something fast, fun, and you felt like you're actually telling a story. A lot of times, battle companies is just a bunch of people bouncing off of each other. You're just waiting to roll that 6 or whatever you need to wound.
Or the double 1 for those knights that always die.
Yeah, pretty much. So
you know who that was.
So I mean, but a lot of battle companies can be really not very fun. Yeah. We are making it extremely fun. Like it is and for those of you who know when we put our mind to something, Chaos and Arda, for those of you who've seen that, very fun type of event. This will have not that random approach, but we're putting a lot of effort making sure that this is good. You're gonna see that at the end of this month. And then we came up with a scenario. The narrative, we actually are driving that. Guys, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but this is actually far more interesting than you might know.
It's going to be big.
Yes.
I don't just mean big like awesome. I mean like big like a big table.
It's played on an 8x8 table.
Yeah.
So those of you who don't know, it's actually a single match. The single match is actually 5 or 4 matches.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, well, 3.5. I would say 1 is.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, scenarios. All at one time. Mm-hmm. Now it's actually done in a game master type of scenario, so we actually do control certain things that are going to happen on the battlefield randomly and enter new elements and stuff like that. All planned out. We have it all planned out. It's built into the narrative of the scenario. Mm-hmm. But essentially, what is it?
So one table you're going to have a siege. So there's going to be a siege battle. That's going to take up the majority of the table. Right next to that, there's going to be our new boat battle. So there's a sea battle and just like you would think. The objective of the sea battle is to either stop the fleet from coming in or getting in there to help out the siege. And then another one is going to be, I think we had
it's a battle company.
Yeah, a battle company-esque like skirmish thing.
It's a battle. So basically, there's a ridge top where there's some new style siege weapons, ones you've never seen before.
Oh, and they're going to be brutal.
Yeah, they're firing into the city. So the city has sent a battle company squad, all right, or battle company, to go out there and attack these siege weapons. But there's a battle company defending it. So there's a group playing a siege mission at the same time that a boat battle going on, and the same time that on this ridge that there's a battle companies thing. And then even on beyond that, there are 2 very famous sorcerers fighting each other in a mini game that decides the entire event. And all of these interact with each other. They all interact. The events in each scenario literally start pulling into each other.
In real time, by the way.
In real time. So it is actually extremely fun idea. We actually are already doing the playtesting of it. Mm-hmm. We're already getting the boats built. This is something, if you guys are there that Thursday, it's actually worth checking out. You'd be really shocked.
It really is. Even if you're not playing, like you just want to come by and watch, it's gonna be a spectacle. It really is.
even for those of you who aren't going to Nova, this is just an idea for you guys. So we're going to write down everything that we do in this pack. And so that way, maybe if you want to host some of your own tournaments, you can include these in your pack, in like maybe it's just an idea.
Yeah.
Just something to throw out.
You can always take it and tailor it to whatever you are doing, or fluff it to however you want.
We have 7 events at Nova, so you don't have to pick everything.
Yeah.
So, as you heard, we even have like a special unique tournament where it's 1,000 points all heroes. It's
so much fun.
said he's gonna have a lot of fun on that one. It's actually a lot of fun just because it's so wild.
Yes.
So
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, then that Chaos and Arda, of course. But yeah, I mean, what goes into a comp and everything like that? I mean, what were some other factors that hindered our tournament quite a bit? That we had to keep changing things.
Well, the ally system, but we already handled that.
Yeah, the ally system actually really was tough. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the reason we did what we did is so we didn't have Goblin Town leading a bunch of Urukai with a Fel Beast. Woo! We wanted to feel like Middle Earth somewhere.
Yeah.
We also geared the tournaments to favor movement. So it does favor mobility, but it favors mobility toward your opponent.
Yeah.
Now, this time we had a lot longer than 3 months to plan everything, so you won't see wreck and order type issues from last year.
Judge, we're done. It's been 2 minutes. We both scored 10 points. What on earth?
That was a disaster. Guys, if you don't know, from last year we had 3 months to figure out everything we're figuring out now.
That was hilarious.
Speaking of which, yeah, I mean, shoot, oh my goodness. There was another issue where we would come up with a scenario and just through little special rules tweaking, like some secondaries and stuff, you have to, so a lot of people, like, let's look at Reconnoiter, for instance.
Which one, the new one or the old one?
No, standard Reconnoiter.
Okay.
Let's just look at that. What makes the scenario balanced is the fact that you can win points by general kills and by breaking the enemy. If it wasn't for that, the scenario would be highly unbalanced, right? But Fel Beast even, like we were talking in a previous video about Fel Beast, we place that as a scenario. Fel Beast can actually win it pretty easily.
Yeah, I do have to retcon what I said earlier. I was used to playing our Reconnoiter. I'm still relatively new to this. I've been playing it for maybe...
Kind of a year.
Maybe
almost
a year. I started playing like a month or 2 months before last Nova.
He's just a quick learner.
But we played the last one, and I quickly found out that I was really close to actually winning Reconnoiter, and I didn't think it would be possible because I'm like, how do I stop 70 hobbits from running across the field? Well, I didn't. Okay, I still lost, but it was really close. All right. I mean,
but he lost due to his own mistakes.
Yeah, I was dumb.
So
Won't happen again.
So basically, yeah, it's little things, little tiny things. Just we noticed by switching one little detail in a scenario, changed the whole dynamic of it, changed who can win it, and so all that goes into it. Making a comp is a lot harder. And then when you think about the fact that we have to make a comp that is balanced for 7 different game systems, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
So, and getting everything involved. As you guys know, we had to get 30 terrain boards built.
That was a nightmare.
We're still not done. So
Don't remind me.
still getting in the new miniatures. So you guys, I think you've heard, we're getting display quality miniatures by companies like Shadow and Flame. So you got to get that orchestrated, and then you got to get the dice and all the other things that we need to come into this whole adventure. And I'm sure Articon is just as much of a
Of a nightmare.
just as difficult to work with. But yeah, guys, we just wanted to give you our basics of, hey, what were we doing in the past week? Well, actually, past 4 months. But in this last week, we had to like hardcore finalize it. So
Sorry that you missed my pretty face for that week.
you did miss. I promise the Viking will return.
My hair has gotten longer. I can actually braid it now. It's just not braided right now.
He's the American Viking. Actually, Articon, hopefully, if you see this, Andreas, the Norwegian Viking needs to play the American Viking
I'm bringing an axe.
1-on-1 at Articon.
Oh,
James.
It's not a blood battle outside?
No. Well, there will be a blood battle probably. I don't know.
All right, cool.
James, make it happen. Viking versus Viking.
Yes, round. Well, I mean, we're both Vikings, so we'll be in the championship round. So I mean, just do it then.
Yeah, just put Andreas and Jake in the champion round, and just let Ed Ball and all the rest of them just go in the kitty round. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's what we've been doing. Let us know if you have any questions about anything as far as like how to build a tournament and stuff like that. I know this video wasn't super in detail. But we can absolutely do that in a normal light in the dark video. And with that, we will get back to our regularly scheduled light in the darks tournament list building and whatever shenanigans we can get Jake to do.
My shirt will stay on.
His shirt will stay on.
Maybe.
I'll see you later.